Ovaj puta uoči utakmice koja nam slijedi na domaćem terenu protiv Slaven Belupa, svi znate da je ogled na rasporedu u nedjelju s početkom u 20 sati. Federico sa nama, isto tako Ines kao prevoditeljica. Evo, pozdravljamo i našu Marinu. I odmah možemo krenuti na pitanja, molim vas, naravno da se ona odnose na onu zonu i obaveza i odgovornosti trenera prve momčadi, konkretno za najavu utakmice koja nam slijedi. Idemo. Dalibor Keller, Glas Slavonije.
Evo, Federico, iz vašeg kuta, nakon tog visokog poraza na Poljudu, kako ste vidjeli momčad kroz treninge ovaj tjedan, koliko je to zapravo ostavilo nekog psihološkog, učinka, dobrog ili lošeg na ekipu, taj malo ipak previsoki neočekivan poraz?
Okay, so dear coach, from your perspective about the quite high loss of last weekend, how do you see the team during this week? So did it had a psychological maybe impact on them?
Not really. Why? Because I think it was clear that until we get the red card, especially after that we concede the goal, from the 10th minute until the 30 minutes, we were dominating the game. We had clear chance with Omerovic to equalize the game. Okay, we didn't score, but the team showed personality, the team showed what we wanted, but you go to Split and you get a man sent off after 30 minutes, it's very difficult to get the result there. But to be fair with you, I said this to the players that I was very proud of the in the way that we press, in the way that we perform. It's true that we receive 2 late goals, 83rd minute and 90 minutes, and I think it was maybe too much, the result. But okay, this is football. They have this quality. We knew this, and we've been working as we've been working the last weeks, and we are very positive to try to get 3 points on Sunday.
Pa nije baš imalo nekakav psihološki učinak ili utjecaj na igrače. Jasno nam je svima da smo dobro igrali dok nismo dobili taj crveni karton i dok onda poslije toga nam nisu dali gol. Prije toga smo u početku utakmice sasvim smo dominirali utakmicu, imali smo tu nažalost neostvarenu šansu Omerovića, ali kroz cijelu utakmicu smo pokazali osobnost, pokazali smo što želimo, ali naravno kada u Splitu izgubite igrača nakon 30 minuta, onda je teško ostvariti neki dobar rezultat. Ponosan sam, i to sam rekao i igračima, da sam ponosan i na pressing i na njihovu igru, na način kako su igrali. Nažalost, nismo možda trebali dobiti ona 2 zadnja gola u 83. i 90. minuti, tako da je rezultat, slažem se s vama, bio prevelik na kraju, ali sam uvjeren da ćemo ostvariti pozitivan rezultat sad za vikend i da ćemo ponijeti ta 3 boda.
Možemo dalje, Darijan Draković, STV.
Da, treneru, možda još i uvezano uz tu utakmicu, mnogi koji su komentirali onako, hvalili su tu vašu hrabrost zapravo da igrate napadački s igračem manje. Sad neki kažu to je ludost, a s jedne strane hrabrost. Da li ćete i dalje imati taj stil igre i ako ostanete s igračem manje i eventualno to pitanje ostaje kad Osijek primi gol, sad ste imali čovjeka manje pa se niste mogli vratiti, da jednostavno kad Osijek pobjeđuje, zabije, da će pobjediti visoko, a kad izgubi da će izgubiti visoko. Jel mislite da će to tako biti?
So let's talk about that match just for a little more. So everybody said that you were maybe a bit crazy to act brave as you were to play offensively and attacking with 1 player less in the game. So is that a new style of Osijek? Will you still be play in that way even if you lose a player or even if you lose? And the second question was, well, with the problem that we had last season, that Osijek couldn't come back after conceding a goal. Will that be the same problem here? If we are winning, then we will win with a high result, but if we are losing, that we will also lose with a high result.
Okay. First question. For me, I told you so many times that it's not negotiable that we drop, even when we are winning, even when we draw, and even if we have a man less. I know people have another and different mentality, which I respect a lot, but I learned, especially when I was player also, that when you drop, it doesn't mean that you are more secure. So this is what I proved last Sunday, because I don't remember a clear chance or a great save apart from the, I think, first save from Malenica from Super Hajduk split. It was in 43rd minute in the first half. First save of Malenica, okay? And it was for an individual mistake. So that invites me also that if we are brave, and obviously we need to be prepared, I cannot kill the players. And I think we show that the team was ready, and that's why I love this team. The way that they understand everything, and we are going to be able to do this. And the second question, obviously as a manager, sometimes you are worried because it's not easy when you receive a goal, how the team is going to behave, especially when you came from last season. You know, when you concede goal, normally you lose the games. But I am not worried. I wasn't worried even in last Sunday, because even I think it was good that we concede goal after 8 minutes, because then later we lost the respect to Hajduk, and then we start playing our football. So I am not afraid about this. We need to keep working as we are doing. And as I said, if we didn't get Mustafic sent off, I think we will be talking about different result.
Pa kao što sam vam već rekao, uopće nećemo razgovarati o tome da padnemo što se tiče energije ili nekog napadanja. Ako gubimo, ako pobjeđujemo, čak i kad izgubimo igrača, znači to apsolutno ne dolazi u obzir. To je možda stvar mog mentaliteta i možda drugi imaju drugačiji mentalitet i poštujem to, ali ja jednostavno sam naučio tako igrati još dok sam ja igrao nogomet. Ako padnete u energiji, u nekom napadanju, to ne znači da ste automatski sigurniji. To smo i pokazali i dokazali u utakmici u nedjelju. Ono što isto, još jedna stvar koja to dokazuje, da je prva Maleničina obrana zapravo bila pred kraj prvog poluvremena. Znači prije toga Hajduk nije ostvario nikakve poštene šanse i to je bilo zbog individualne greške. Ako budemo hrabri, naravno, za pokazati hrabrost moramo biti pripremljeni, onda ćemo moći igrati na takav način. A što se tiče drugog vašeg pitanja, da naravno kad ste trener ponekad se brinete da kada dobijete taj prvi gol kako će se tim nakon toga ponašati, kako će reagirati, ali ja se uopće ne brinem. Nisam se brinuo čak ni u nedjelju kada smo dobili gol. Čak je možda i dobro da smo tako rano u utakmici dobili taj gol, jer onda smo se zapravo prestali na neki način imati taj respekt prema Hajduku i mogli smo se opustiti i igrati na način koji na našu igru smo mogli voditi. Tako da mislim da ćemo i u buduće moći igrati na isti način kao i u prošloj utakmici.
Nikola Patković, Jutarnji list.
Ste izjavili da ste možda i vi nešto možda drugačije mogli napraviti, sad sam malo to parafrazirao. No, zanima me koje ste pouke izvukli iz ove utakmice i druga stvar, sad ste u problemu da ste ostali bez praktički jedinog desnog beka u momčadi, imate tu juniora Posaveca, kako ćete riješiti taj problem?
So after the match you said, to paraphrase it, that you maybe could have done something different. So what did you learn from your last match? And the second question is that you are now playing without your right back. So maybe you have the younger player Posavec who can step in. What will you do about that situation?
Okay. First of all, first question is that I had a different feeling when I finished the game, that maybe I could do something different, but after the game, when I watched the game, I wouldn't change anything. So I hope I answered your question. Second thing is, if I don't play Posavec, it's because I don't see him ready to play start 11 yet. Okay? But I really like him. He's in a good way to his progression a lot. But I don't see him ready to start 11 yet. Okay? So that's why I decided to put Rocco in the right-hand side, and for Sunday we will see what we do.
Odmah nakon utakmice sam možda malo drugačije osjećao i zato sam to rekao, ali kada sam pogledao onda utakmicu poslije gledanja ne bih ništa mijenjao. A što se tiče drugog pitanja, ako ne vidim da je Posavec još uvijek spreman, onda ga neću stavljati u prvu 11-toricu, iako je jako napredovao, ali mislim da još uvijek nije spreman i zbog toga sam Roka Jurišića tamo stavio prošli put.
Dalibor Keller, Glas Slavonije.
Dolazi Slaven Belupo, oni baš nisu nešto dobro otvorili sezonu. Osijek će vjerovatno željeti povratak na pobjedničku stazu, pa malo o toj utakmici i o protivniku samom, koliko ste ga uspjeli upoznati i što su možda njihove najveće prednosti.
So Slaven Belupo is your next opponent. They haven't started good in the season so far. So what do you know about them? What are maybe their main qualities? And have you watched their games? What can you say about the next game?
I watch 3 games of Belupo, and I can tell you that they've been unlucky. Because obviously first game they played against Dinamo, like I think Dinamo is in another league. Second game they play against Varazdin, and the first 25 minutes they should be winning at least 2-0, but they were unlucky. They didn't score goal, and after in 2 minutes they concede two goals. Against Istra they got a player sent off after 3 minutes, which is unlucky. And the last game against Gorica, they performed well and they show the kind of team that they can be. So if we think that for any moment that on Sunday we will have an easy game, it's going to be a big mistake. So we need to be very focused, and we need to go through the details because they are a good team, and it's going to be a tough game. And I expect a tough game, the same it was a Lokomotiva. So they are a very good team in transition. If we don't put pressure on them, also they will find solution because they have players that they have enough quality. So we will need to be very focused.
Ok, pogledao sam 3 utakmice Belupa i moram reći da zapravo oni ove sezone nisu imali sreće. Prvo su igrali protiv Dinamo i to moram odmah reći da je Dinamo u sasvim drugoj ligi. Drugo su igrali protiv Varaždina i prvih 25 minuta su bili bolji, onda su dobili 2 gola u 2 minute, tako da tu stvarno nisu imali sreće. Treću utakmicu protiv Istre, odmah na početku nekako su ostali bez igrača, tako da evo, ni tu ih nije pomazila sreća. I četvrta utakmica protiv Gorice gdje su stvarno dobro igrali. Ako mislimo u jednom trenutku da će nam biti jednostavno, onda je to velika greška za nas. Moramo biti fokusirani na utakmicu, moramo proći kroz sve detalje. Čeka nas teška utakmica, rekao bih teška kao protiv Lokomotive. Belupo je u tranziciji jako dobar i ako ne stvorimo pritisak, oni će to znati iskoristiti jer imaju jako dobre individualne igrače. Tako da moramo pripremiti svaki detalj i ostati fokusirani.
Darijan Traković.
Da, ako možete, mislim, nećete možda otkriti ime, ali ko će biti taj desni bek i ako se slažete to što ste spomenuli Jurišića kad ste mijenjali na desnu stranu, da ste zapravo tu utupili napad Osijeka, odnosno i Omerović nije imao tu podršku, Jurišić nije tako dobar na desnoj kao na lijevoj strani.
So if maybe you aren't able to say the name, but do you have an idea who will play on the right back position? And maybe when you moved Jurišić to the right position, which is not his natural position, so to say, then Osijek was worse offensively speaking in the attacking part. Omerović didn't have the support that he needed, and Jurišić is a better player on the left side. So maybe how do you comment on that situation?
I am 100% agree with you because I like to play with Rocco and Omerović in this left-hand side because we are very dangerous. They have very good connection. So that's why I have doubts if I want to play with Rocco in the right or not. So we will see. That's why I'm saying to you, okay, I'm not going to tell you, but I am like 90% convinced who is going to be playing in the right-hand side.
100% se slažem s vama. Dakle, Jurišić i Omerović kad su na istoj strani, oni imaju nekakvu zajedničku vezu, jako dobro igraju zajedno, tako da ćemo vidjeti, naravno ne mogu vam reći tko će igrati desnog beka, ali 90% sam siguran u osobu koja će igrati.
Dalibor Keller.
Zanima me što trener misli o ovom čuvenom build-upu koji je danas nekakvo pomodarstvo u nogometu, a jako puno pogodaka pada nakon pogrešaka. u takvom izlasku iz zadnje linije, pa me zanima što trener misli o tome.
So what do you think about this new modern way of football, this build-up play? And even though there are many goals that are scored after making mistakes from that kind of play. So what do you think about that?
Okay, I understand. The thing is that I grow up with this idea, and this is my identity. And I understand you that sometimes it's easier to close the eyes and shoot the ball very far from our goal. But this is not our style. This is not my profile of coach. So we are gonna try to find solution. It's true that sometimes we don't find the best solution, or we don't get the best solution. Okay, that's why we work this every week to try to find.
So he didn't mean Osijek per se, but like in whole the world, in general. Yes, in general.
Yeah,
speaking.
okay. I love it. I have to tell you that I love it because this is honestly this is the way that I grow up. I've been in Barcelona for years. I went later to Espanyol. Also, I have a coach there that he wanted to play every single ball, and we get fine if we get the ball longer or higher than the head. You know, it was completely forbidden even in some exercises. So I really love it, and this is the way. Obviously, I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes we have to do it because, as I said to you, as a coach, I need to have the capacity that sometimes we need to close eyes and put the ball high as possible. And I know maybe you are talking about that we received the first goal against Hajduk like this. No.
I talk about these European games.
Styles.
Many goals.
Yeah.
After the mistakes.
Yes. I agree, but then you need to know what kind of players you have, what kind of team you are, because then I think that you get more positive things than bad. It's true that when you make mistake, it's a goal, probably, but okay, and then you need to know what kind of players you have, and that's why I'm saying I think, of course, but honestly, I really love this style. And I really love when I see teams like they are brave and they try to find desperate man to progress.
Pa iskreno da vam budem, odrastao sam s tom idejom, to je moj identitet kao trenera. Makar možda vi mislite, ili makar je nekad bolje izbaciti loptu daleko ili visoko, ali to jednostavno nije moj stil i moramo pronaći nekakav kompromis između ta dva stila. Nekad i ne pronađemo najbolje rješenje, ali da budem iskren, jednostavno obožavam taj stil igre. Igrao sam i za Barcelonu gdje smo morali igrati tako na svaku loptu. Trener nam je zabranio zapravo da izbacujemo loptu visoko ili daleko. Ponekad to naravno moramo napraviti, tako da moramo imati kapacitet u timu da su i to u stanju napraviti, ali onda je kolega novinar rekao da ne govori samo o utakmicama Osijeka, nego općenito o europskim utakmicama prošli tjedan, gdje je zapravo iz svake greške došlo do gola, pa je trener na to odgovorio da morate jako dobro znati kakve igrače imati, kakav tim imati i za što su u stanju. Najvjerojatnije da će se upravo to dogoditi, da će svaka greška rezultirati golom, ali upravo zbog toga morate poznavati svoje igrače i trener govori da on jako voli taj stil igre i da Osijek gradi da bude upravo takav tim.
Nikola Patković.
Samo digresija, ne znam koliko će se sa tom idejom build-upa složiti sportski direktor i direktor s obzirom da oni dolaze iz jednog drugog nogometnog okruženja. Ali moje pitanje je zapravo usmjereno na utakmicu protiv Slaven Belupa. Rekli ste da očekujete sličnu utakmicu kao protiv Lokomotive. Pretpostavljam da ne biste imali ništa protiv, odnosno biste li potpisali da i završi kao protiv Lokomotive golom Jakupovića u 90. minuti za 1-0?
So just maybe a comment on this build-up style of game. Maybe the sports director wouldn't agree that he liked it since he grew up in a different football surrounding. So maybe you like a different approach to football and to the game. That was just a small comment. And now on a question for the coach about the next game. So you said that you are expecting a similar game like with Lokomotiva. Mm-hmm. So would you now, agree, or would you like it to end like the game against Lokomotiva with Jakupovic's goal just at the finish line?
No, no chance. Especially because I think against Lokomotiva we perform in a way that we should score earlier. Especially in the first half, we create so many chances. Okay, can happen. And can happen that we draw 0-0. But I said to you after the game, we scored late goal, but in the way that we perform, how we press, how we play, I was very happy. And it's true that obviously we wanted to win. We made everything to win. And I hope we can score early on Sunday.
Vjerojatno to priželjkuju i navijači, jel tako?
And win, of course.
Dobro.
Nema, sam da prevedem odgovor trenera. Pa zapravo nema šanse, ne želi kraj takve utakmice. Protiv Lokomotive smo trebali ranije definitivno dati gol. Imali smo jako puno šansi za dati gol, ali naravno u takvoj utakmici može doći do toga da rezultat bude 0-0. Bio sam jako zadovoljan s načinom kako smo igrali, sa presingom koji smo stvarali, tako da mi je cilj zapravo u nedjelju rano postići gol i naravno pobijediti na kraju.
Mario Katušić, gol her.
Kad smo kod toga build-upa, pisao sam već o tome da se stvara dojam da su i sami igrači sretniji kada se igra tako, zadovoljniji, puni samopouzdanja, jer budemo realni, svi mi kad smo počeli šutati loptu, niko nije sanjao igrati bunker na kontre ili nešto tako, nego smo svi željeli imati loptu i sudjelovati. Tako da imam dojam da je ovo i stil koji sami igrači unaprijed najviše preferiraju i da više uživaju u nogometu kada ga igraju na taj način.
So concerning this way of the build-up play, I have written that the players are maybe happier to play that style of game, and they're more satisfied and have more self-confidence when they're playing this style of game. So what do you think about that?
Well, first of all, I always say to the players and to everybody that confident comes with preparation. And I think in pre-season, and before I came here I told you, I'm not discovering players. The quality of Borbancic, the quality of Šimun, the quality of Jona Jesic. They are players that they are capable to do this, you know. And what I've done as a coach is to convince them and give them tools to be ready for these situations. So we are practicing this. I make them believe that they are able to make it, and they are doing it. So it's simple as that. So now, obviously, we need to keep improving. We need to keep working on the small details, and then we are going to be playing in the way that we are playing, with personality and all this stuff that we are preparing, especially in build-up. They are giving us a lot of chances. So we are attracting the opponent to try to go to the opposite side, and then this is when we create chances.
Za samopouzdanje vam treba priprema, dakle morate biti pripremljeni kako biste mogli imati dovoljno samopouzdanja. Prije nego što sam došao, ja sam rekao da ja ne dolazim u Osijek kako bih otkrivao igrače. Osijek već ima dovoljno kvalitetne igrače, recimo Vrbančić ili Šimun. Ja sam ih samo morao uvjeriti u to da oni to mogu i dao sam im alat na koji da ostvare to. Tako da mi non stop treniramo taj stil igre, ja ih jednostavno uvjeravam da i oni sami vjeruju da to mogu. I poboljšavamo na treninzima te detalje, a tim kao tim ima svoju osobnost i što se tiče build-upa moramo to kada pripremimo kada napravimo taj build-up, tako stvorimo šanse, tako privlačimo protivnika da zapravo ode na drugu stranu i možemo na takav način postići gol.
Dalibor Keller.
Pa evo, obzirom da je pitanje desnog beka otvoreno, jedno od potencijalnih rješenja, ne želim biti taj koji će nametati nešto, je Miloš Jovičić koji je prošle sezone znao igrati tu poziciju čak i sasvim solidno. Međutim, kod vas do sad bar nije dobio priliku i kad ste koristili dosta veliki broj igrača. To je prvo pitanje, a drugo, da li on može konkurirati za to mjesto? A drugo pitanje je vezano uz Dolčeka koji je u prve dvije utakmice bio starter, sad se odjednom našao na klupi. Da li niste s njim zadovoljni kako radi na treningu ili šta se tu događa? Da li neka ozljeda možda u pitanju ili nešto slično?
So now that we opened the question about the right back player, maybe one of my suggestions, it doesn't have to make you do it, but what about Miloš Jovičić? He didn't get the chance to play yet. So why is that? And is he maybe a potential player for that position? And the second question is about Dolček, who played in the first 2 games, but now he's benched, he didn't play. Is it maybe because you're not satisfied on the way that he is practicing, or is there maybe an injury in question? So what is the situation with him?
Okay, first question about Jovicic. I know he didn't get chance yet. He is working really hard. But to be fair with you, I don't see him as a right back. I saw him playing him last season. I play him a friendly match here at home when we play in pre-season, and I don't see him as a right back. And at the moment, the situation is that Omerovic is playing in his position, and now I give him chance also to Latifi. So he needs to wait. He's waiting. He's working really hard in trainings with great attitude. And this is what I said to him. Second question is, what did you ask me?
Dolček.
About Ivan Dolček. Obviously, as a coach, sometimes you need to take decisions. Obviously, in the first 2 games, he performed very well. And I spoke with him that I changed him from the start 11 because it was about tactical, not because he's not training or performing well in the weekends. So I invite him to keep working in the way that he is doing, because I am a coach, as I said here before we start the season, that I like to make changes. Even when we win, I like to give, or if the opponent, they make something different, or for example, against Lokomotiva, their left back was very offensive, so I decided to play there with Bukbic, because Bukbic can give us this work. So these kind of explanations that I'm giving to you because I'm a nice guy, but I shouldn't, but okay. I want to explain to you why, and I explained to him also, and everything is clear, and he's training very well. Yeah, and he's ready for Sunday.
Prvo što se tiče Jovičića, još nije dobio priliku jer ga ja jednostavno, igrali smo jednu prijateljsku utakmicu prije početka sezone, ja ga ne vidim kao desnog beka. Omerović sada igra na svojoj poziciji, Ljatifiju isto sam dao šansu, tako da Jovičić čeka, naporno trenira, trudi se, ali to sam mu i rekao da jednostavno još jednostavno postoje drugi igrači koji imaju prednost naspram njega. A što se tiče Dolčeka, ja kao trener moram donositi određene odluke. U prve 2 utakmice bio stvarno dobar i nije to promjena zato što nije bio dobar na treninzima, zato što se nije trudio, nego jednostavno je taktički sam ga morao izmijeniti. On jako dobro radi, ali ja sam vam rekao na početku da sam ja trener koji voli pobjede čak i kad pobjeđujemo. Primjerice protiv Lokomotive, njihov lijevi bek je igrao jako ofenzivno, tako da sam tu stavio Bukvića kako bi to na neki način stopirao. Ja vam sad zapravo ovo uopće ne moram objašnjavati što sam rekao igračima, ali budući da sam dobar čovjek, pa vam evo dajem i ta objašnjenja.
In a good way, man.
Hvala. Mario.
Koliki vama ima značaj svojevrsna tradicija sa nekim protivnicima, jer otkad smo na ovom stadionu sa većinom imamo problema, ali Slaven nije jedan od tih. U 6 utakmica 4 pobjede, 14 postignutih golova. Znači li to vama šta ili možda dodatno igračima da podiže samopouzdanje što nam dolazi protivnik koji se na ovome stadionu već više puta loše proveo?
So how important is the tradition with playing games with certain opponents? Like for example with Belupo, we had some problems with other teams to be fair on this Opus arena, but with Belupo we had 6 games, we had 4 wins, we made 14 goals. And what is this doing to you? What do you think about that? And is it raising confidence in your players that you are now an opponent is coming that we used to win against here at home?
Okay. Look, first of all, I didn't know this, and I don't care, with all respect, because now is now, you know. And if we think that because last season and the season before we won all these games, we are gonna win, as I said to you at the beginning of this press conference, if we don't compete in the way that we are competing every Sunday, especially in the first 3 games, it's going to be a tough game. So it's up to us that we work hard as we are doing, and then I'm not saying it's gonna be easy game, but it's gonna be easier, and then it's gonna be in the way that we want. So we need to keep working as we are doing, and forget about these statistics, because in football anything can happen if you don't go 100%.
Nisam to znao i uz dužno poštovanje nije me briga za tu informaciju. Ako, kao što sam vam već rekao, ako ne igramo onako kako bismo trebali igrati svake nedjelje, ako se ne trudimo, onda će to biti teška utakmica. Naravno, neće biti teška kao neka prethodna, bit će možda malo lakša, pa ćemo moći i igrati onako kako želimo, ali definitivno moramo se truditi i moramo zaboraviti na sve te statistike i jednostavno se fokusirati na sljedeću utakmicu.
Dario?
Treneru, jako je bitno uzeti 3 boda u nedjelju, poslije toga slijede derbi s Rijekom i Dinamom.
It is very important now to get the 3 points on Sunday because then we have the matches against Rijeka and Dinamo.
Of course, we know this. We know, and but obviously every game is important, but especially at home. We need to try to get 3 points at home, especially after a defeat. As you said, let's see how we react after this 4-0 in against Hajduk. So, but as I said to you, I expect the team. We've been training very well again, as usual, and that's why I feel confident. So I think we are ready to get 3 points. And as I said to you always, I don't want to think about Rijeka, Cup game, Dinamo, because now we need to try to win on Sunday.
Naravno, znamo to, svaka utakmica je važna, posebice one koje se igraju kod kuće. I sada trebamo vidjeti kakva će biti reakcija igrača nakon ovog poraza od Hajduka 4-0. Tako da što se tiče ovog tjedna jako dobro smo trenirali kao i do sada, spremni smo uzeti ta 3 boda, ali ja još uvijek ne razmišljam o onim utakmicama koje nam slijede, dakle protiv Rijeke i Dinama, nego mislim na ovu utakmicu koja je sada ispred nas.
Gradimir Đukarić, ovo je posljednje pitanje.
Treneru, naravno, Mustafića nema zbog crvenog kartona. Hoćete li napraviti još promjena kakvih u odnosu na ovu zadnju utakmicu?
Of course, Mustafić is not playing because of the red card. Will you make any more chances in comparison to the last match?
I don't understand the question.
Will you make any changes?
Maybe. Maybe. Exactly.
Možda.
Yes. Yes, sorry. Sometimes I would like to tell you, but I cannot.
Ponekad vam možda i želimo otkriti, ali ne smijemo.
Dobro, dame i gospodo, hvala vam na dolasku i na ovu današnju preskonferenciju. Poziv našim navijačima da u što većem broju napune tribine. Podsjetit ćemo još jednom na termin nedjeljne utakmice u 20 sati. Imali smo sjajnu podršku do sada i na Opus areni i na gostujućim terenima. Sigurni smo da će tako biti i ovaj puta i zahvaljujemo unaprijed. Vidimo se u nedjelju.